Just to get to know you better, are you a Christian?
No,
You're not a Christian?
I'm a Buddhist.
You're a Buddhist?
Yes,
Oh, interesting.
hmm
And just for the record, you are black.
I am. Yes,
She's black. And
both of
she's
my
Buddhist.
parents. Both of my parents are black.
And what made you were you ever a Christian?
I was at one point.
And what made you decide to go Buddhist?
I read the Bible cover to cover, and I found some anomalies in what it said and what people said it said, but it didn't say.
Oh,
So I had to read it again, and then I decided that I didn't agree with it.
amazing. Oh, in the Bible.
hmm
Oh, some things in the Bible you did not agree with.
No.
And so you decided to become a Buddhist Can you think of one example of something you didn't agree with in the Bible? If you can.
Yes. In the book of Numbers, Deuteronomy, and Joshua, it talks about that Yahweh is a jealous, bloodthirsty, and angry God, and that, thou shalt have no gods before me. So then at that point, he tells them that they can go into cities and kill people and just take over if they're not believers. And I just don't support that. There's never been a war fought in the name of Buddhism, and I just don't support that type of behavior.
Oh, I got you. And one thing about Buddhists you like that attracted you, Buddhists?
The concept that we're all kind of emanations of God in our own right, and that we have to strive to reach our highest human potential. And I was already doing that, and that's what I think everyone should be doing. And no fighting, everything is peaceful conflict, and the Buddha is peaceful.
Right.
And that's what I like. So that's what I gravitated towards.
And so you do the Buddhist meditation thing?
I do. I chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Tina Turner used to do that.
Yes, she did.
When
I
she
met
was
her.
getting beat up by her husband.
Yeah. Finally, she got away from that using
she
her
did.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and she created her peaceful state.
Right on. And so what does that do for your Nam Myoho?
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yeah.
What it does is creates peacefulness and harmony in your environment. It focuses you, and it actually makes you look younger, because I'm 62, and they say when you start chanting, you lose 10 years off of your face right away.
Plus, black don't crack, so that
That's
helps
true.
too.
That's true.
Amazing. So you have perfect peace now?
It's not always perfect. It's always a state of flux, but mostly peace, yes.
Do you believe it possible to have perfect peace?
I don't know about that, because everything is always changing. One of the Buddhist concept is that change is a part of the process. So you have to always be aware of the change, and
Right.
adapting to it. So I don't necessarily think so. I think you always have to adjust.
Oh, I see. Is it possible under Buddhist religion, when you said you're reaching your highest
Human potential, yeah.
potential, human potential?
hmm
So what's your highest human potential?
To become Buddha, and basically to become in that peaceful state where you can transform your own environment to make it we call it the Buddha's Pure Land. So when you come into that environment, it creates this peacefulness.
Amazing.
Mhm.
So is Buddha that little fat guy that I be seeing in the Japanese restaurants and everywhere?
No,
That's not him?
No, that's Amitabha Buddha. So there's different sects of Buddhism. The actual
Oh.
Buddha was known for being really skinny because he actually starved himself for 40 days and 40 nights.
Nice.
He was very thin.
Yeah.
He was actually also dark complected. When you see pictures of him, he'll be dark complected with braids, and the people next to him will be like a medium brown.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so the original Buddha was definitely black.
So there are more than one Buddhist?
It's like everybody wants to create God in their own likeness.
Yes.
And so as Buddha changes and moves from India to China, he becomes Chinese looking. And when he goes to Japan, he becomes Japanese looking. So people always recreate God, just like Jesus Christ. The original Jesus Christ had to be black. His description is that he was black. But yet when he goes to Europe, then Jesus Christ becomes white.
Oh, so Jesus was black originally?
It says so in the Bible. There's a description of him.
Did he have good hair or nappy hair?
I think it was kind of curly. They said he was bronze with woolly hair.
Well, then he must have been white then if he had good hair. What the?
Not necessarily. Remember when I told you I went to Egypt? There's people in Egypt that have good hair or
Right.
curly hair. that are
Oh,
not mixed. They're just like in Aswan, when you go farther down into, it's about 4 hours south of Cairo.
oh, okay. Nice.
Hmm.
Have you ever been to Israel?
I have not.
Rhonda, before you die, if you want to get into heaven, you got to go to Israel.
Well, I'll go to Israel, but I believe that heaven is on earth. Heaven is a state of mind,
Right.
state of
Well,
being.
go to Israel in that state of mind. It's beautiful.
Okay, I will.
It's
When they're not
amazing.
fighting and having a war.
Yeah, once that's over,
Hmm.
that's over. It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
They even have some of the real original black Jews in
Hmm.
Israel,
Hmm.
and they don't look like us.
Hmm.
And they don't even like us.
Yeah.
And they black. I'm like, what the? But yeah, you got to go to Israel.
Hmm.
Do you have anger?
Do I have anger? Sometimes I do.
You do have anger.
Hmm.
And will you ever overcome anger completely?
Well, remember they talk about righteous anger.
In the Bible.
Yes.
But you
And
ain't into the Bible no more.
no, but even the Buddha, anger is also a state of mind or a state of being, and you can
Yeah.
always use any of your state of minds to create the world of Buddha. I mean, there's this concept of the 10 worlds, and so within every one of those worlds, one of which is anger, there's a world of Buddha. So you can change. We call it changing lemons into lemonade. You know, making something positive out of something negative. So you can use the world of anger to be
But anger
positive.
is evil. There's no love in anger at all. It destroys and not builds.
Mhm. We would even consider anger to be arrogance, you know, certain,
Because
yeah,
arrogance is evil
is a form
too,
of anger, yes.
right? It's ego,
Hmm.
right? So you got to let that anger go if you want to reach your highest potential.
Yes, true.
Do
That
you
is
want to
true.
overcome that? You believe that you can overcome anger?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Hmm.
And so do you know how to overcome it?
By chanting.
Who?
By chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
No, they ain't going to do it.